Hello and welcome everyone. This is the Founder Scoop. My name is Jacob Lee, and today I have with me Alex Duncan. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Glad to be here.
So, Alex, what is your business that I have?
So I do a high protein ice cream bar.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Uh, what got you into protein bars?
I've been just like a big protein guy my whole life. I love the gym. I love working out. Hopefully you can tell if you're watching or maybe if you're just listening, just assume that I'm jacked. But yeah, no, I just love the gym so much. And I was in a business class that was talking about how you should be constantly looking for pains and problems in the world and things that you can solve and that there might be something there. And I remember listening to these two kids who were walking to class in front of me. I was in college at the time. And they were complaining about how gross most protein bars are and just like how they wanted to get more protein in, but it was just, they hated it. So I don't know. It was just like a light bulb went off and I thought there's something that I can do here.
That's cool. And do you have any experience like doing this, making food products?
No, not really. I mean, like I like cooking and I feel like I'm always in the kitchen. So more or less. I don't think I'm amazing by any means, but I do like to experiment with stuff and just like tweak things over and over and over again until I get it to a point where I really like it. So in that sense, yes, but in the sense of studying food or anything like that, like I'm not amazing, but I've learned a lot. Yeah.
That's cool. I feel like that's a good like personality trait for developing a food product. Is like
Sure.
you like to make things over and over again and improving it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. So let's take a step back, right? You said you were in school when you heard these kids talking about this. Where did you go to school?
BYU.
BYU?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And did you like what did you study?
Entrepreneurship, and I'm kind of taking a year off right now, so I'm kind of in school, kind of not. We're seeing if I'm gonna keep going on that or if
Yeah.
I'll just keep working on the business. And I don't know. It seems to be taking over a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. When did you start your business then?
A year ago.
A year ago? Mm-hmm. Okay. So a year ago you heard those kids talking about it.
I heard them 3 years ago.
Oh, 3
And I
years ago.
didn't
So it's been like
actually-
it's been in the works for a while.
I didn't know if I really wanted to start a business, and I was doing sales for a while for some company out in Philadelphia. So I would do that in the summers, and then I'd come back here, and I didn't know if I wanted to start a business. But that summer came, and I was just like, I need to decide if I'm gonna work all day for someone else or if I want to go make $0 an hour for me. um, and I figured I would do something for me, and that it was time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What kind of helped you like make that decision? Like, did you grow up in a home where entrepreneurship was?
No, we're not entrepreneurs in my house at all. It's weird. My mom's still like weird about it a lot of the time.
Really?
But
Yeah. What was that like when you told your parents, like, "Hey, I want to start a business"?
they're excited for me. They're like they love it. They think it's cool. Every once in a while, I'll get a phone call. It's like, Alex, are you gonna like go back to college and like get a real job? And I'm like, yeah, mom, sure, but like I'm gonna see how this goes first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you had the idea,
Mm-hmm.
like you just wanted to work for yourself. That was like the launching point, or what was the moment where you're like, yeah, let's do this. I wanna start my own business.
I had been playing around with the idea for a while, and it was something I wanted to do. And I would make recipes, and I would try making ice cream, and it would turn out terribly. And then it wasn't until I heard about iHub, and then I like went and I pitched and I got in, that I realized that like I can actually make it happen. And then as soon as I got in, I just started working on it every single day, and I committed that I was gonna figure it out.
That's cool. So did you have the product designed before you got into iHub, or was it just an idea?
Yeah, I had gotten it to a point where it was a lot better. Like, I'd say a few months leading up to it, I met with some like food science professors, and I was like, look, I'm trying to make this like protein ice cream bar. The protein makes ice cream taste terrible if you do it wrong, and I kept doing it wrong, and I was like, how can we make this work? And they would give me ideas, and then I would try it, and then I'd come back and say, hey, it has this problem, and I would just keep going back and forth until it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And that's when I pitched and got into here.
Okay, nice.
But then once I got into iHub, I probably for every day for 2 months straight, just like changed the recipe a little bit and tested that out, and then did the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, until I got it to a point where I was like, I actually really like eating this. And then I went out to farmers markets and started selling it and seeing if other people liked it, and it was a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw recently that you started getting in, was it some gyms?
Some gyms and a couple of grocery stores.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you get into those places?
I talked to them all like months ago, and I was just like, hey, I'm like working on this product. It's like not ready yet, but like people are excited about it, and like every time I tell people about it, they're like, oh my goodness, I want to try it. So I just kind of told them about it and gave them like a free sample, and they were like, okay, sure, like we'll try it out, later. And then I waited. I had to get like approval for my commercial kitchen and like packaging and a couple things. So as soon as everything was in order, I just
What kind of like laws are there in this industry? Like,
annoying
were there a
ones?
lot of hoops that you had to jump
annoying
through?
ones. I was doing a farmer's market like forever ago, and super awesome lady, actually. She's a great person, but she came around to all the booths, and she stopped at mine, and she said, hey, can you show me your license? And then I was like, I have this food handler's permit. And she was like, cool. What about your license?
Oh
And
no.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to have. I didn't even look into it really. So she said, okay, I'm going to have to kindly ask you to leave. And then I spent the next, month or two looking around for commercial kitchens in the area, and they were all expensive. And then I got permission to help build one here. So put in a little bit to build one up here at iHub, and now we're good to go.
That's so cool. So you helped design the commercial kitchen here.
I don't know if design's the word. We had the same lady from the health department come, and I said, hey, what needs to be changed? She said, hey, install this big commercial sink, install a couple other little things, and then I just went ahead and found one on Facebook Marketplace and went to a plumbing store and grabbed a ton of pipes and just installed it. So there's a small leak still, but just don't tell anyone on the sink.
Everyone knows now, though. It's on the podcast.
Yeah, there's a small leak because I did it, but
That's
it was the cheapest way to do it, and it was good. Yeah,
That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So okay, now you have your license, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by having your license, is it just like having a commercial kitchen that's licensed, or do you have to have a license individually?
Yeah, the commercial kitchen is licensed.
Gotcha.
So I can sell food out of it, and I can sell like a certain amount retail, so like at markets and things, and then I can sell a little bit wholesale to stores. But if I want to like go full into selling to stores, like I'm selling to a couple little grocery stores, but if I wanted to go talk to a big chain, I would need to get another license for like a wholesale license.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. How close are you to getting that?
It's not super relevant right now. We're just trying to kind of amp up the kitchen to the point where we can produce more to start selling to more stores.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have 2 stores, and they're selling out like every other week and reordering, and it's like, even though it's like a couple of small grocery stores, our tiny kitchen is not
Not sufficient.
yeah, but
Well, that's really exciting that you're selling out. That's
yeah,
like,
I know,
huge.
and I need to figure out how to like communicate with them better. I had a friend text me the other day, hey, what store are those in? I was like, oh, go to this store, and then he texted me a picture of the shelf with nothing on it. And I was like, well, hey, it's good that they're sold out. Sorry you couldn't buy any.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna have to reorder there, but
Well, that's super cool. Do you have any employees helping you, or is it just you making all this?
yeah, I recently brought on a couple interns. Yeah. So it was me for a year, and then I was like, why am I doing this all alone? That was stupid. I would have done that differently if I could go back. But yeah, I went to a class at BYU, and I gave everybody free samples. There were like a few hundred people there, and I said, hey, I'm looking for people who want to come work. It's an unpaid internship, but you'll get experience. You'll wear a lot of hats, and I've had 3 come on the team, and they are awesome. They work really hard, and I'm baffled by it. But I think it's going to be, really good way to maybe bring them on as a co-founder, and I don't know. We'll see what that leads to, but it's been way helpful to have people.
That is so
helping out.
cool. Yeah, that is awesome. So what's your plan then to scale? Right, you said your kitchen's not cutting it right now. You're selling out
Sure.
too quick. You need to expand.
Sure.
What's your plan?
You know, there's like 2 plans. There's the beef up the kitchen, but there's also the let's get out of the kitchen entirely and
Yeah.
find a manufacturer or co-packer who's able to produce it for us and distribute it, and then we can just give them a check and we can go, to as many stores as we want.
Yeah.
And that's just a matter of figuring out the right people and getting the funding to make that happen. So, I've talked to like all of the co-packers in Utah, and I've been working through and just trying to figure out. There's not a lot of people that make bars. There's a lot of people that make like pints of ice cream and like gallons of ice cream, but nobody really makes like the kind that's shaped.
Is
the
it
way
like
I-
is it like an ice cream sandwich, or is it like a little like a square of
It just
ice
looks
cream?
like a protein bar. It's like a Snickers ice cream bar.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So there's no stick in it. And there's a lot of people that make them with sticks in it, but it just takes different equipment that not a lot of people have. So it's kind of like I don't know. It's the fight between, do I call every co-packer in the country until I find the small percentage that does that and is willing to work with a startup that doesn't have like a whole ton of demand right now.
Yeah.
Or figuring out the equipment myself and going and finding an investor and saying, hey, let's build this thing and make it huge. So working through that right now, figuring out what that looks like.
Yeah. Have you done any collaboration with Defiant Chocolate?
No,
No. You should
not really.
talk to them.
We chat every once in a while, but
Yeah, I interviewed them. I don't know, a couple months ago, and they talked about. I think they're opening their own, like warehouse or something.
yeah, I think so.
I can't remember, but
Yeah.
you should reach out to them and see
I might.
if there's a way that
Honestly.
you could collaborate. I don't know. The equipment's probably different, right? Because
Oh,
you're doing
yeah,
with
for sure.
They just have chocolate protein bars or just chocolate protein or protein chocolate. There we go. Protein chocolate,
the one. That's the
and then you've got like protein ice cream. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some way to collaborate there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of collaboration, though, like how else has iHub helped you along your journey?
A lot of ways, it's really good to have a place to go to just say, this is work, and to wake up in the morning and go to work. And even though I work for myself, and I don't pay for office space, like I have somewhere that I can go to, and that makes, I think productivity has gone from like very little to like way higher just because of that.
Cool.
But even just like little collaborations, like the other day I ran into somebody who also started a food company, and she said, hey, we started and last year and we're in 19 stores. And I said, oh, sweet. Can you help connect me with them?
Yeah.
I'm not like super ready to reach out to a ton more stores, but like just like little connections like that happen all the time. And I'm able to solve problems by using other people's brains rather than my own, which
Yeah.
is preferred because I don't know, my brain's fine, but other people's are good.
Yeah. Especially if they have the connections you need
Yeah.
to. So, well, that's cool. Have you ever thought about doing like direct to consumer?
Yep, I did. There were a few months where I was selling online, and
How did that work with the frozen product?
it was just too expensive. I mean, I did hand deliver some, and like you could go on my website and you could pay for it. You could come pick it up or deliver it to your house, but it was only like able to get people who lived within like 15, 20 minutes of here. And then I had a lot of people that were like, "Oh, well, I live 2 hours away. Can I get some?" And technically yes, but like an insulated packaging plus dry ice enough to keep the bars frozen for like a day would cost like $30 before the cost of the ingredients and before any other cost. So it's like, hey, do you want to buy 6 ice cream bars for $50? Like it's possible.
That's a tough sell,
It's
yeah.
possible, but it's just like, I don't know. It's it's not the
What about like,
best way.
could you sell them in bigger packages? Like, hey, buy like,
Yeah, do you want 100?
yeah,
Do you
something
want to
like
buy
that.
100 from me for
I don't
$200?
know. Is that more economic when you're trying to ship it? Or like, is that
Yeah,
more
for
profitable?
sure, but it's just
It
it
is kind of
seemed
crazy. You
like
can't really put 100 bars in your fridge.
yeah, and it's something I could try out in the future, but the grocery store route works, and
Yeah.
getting a product to the point where I can produce enough to go talk to some big chains and get into 200 stores is going to do me a lot better than trying to figure out how to sell somebody a few hundred bars
Yeah.
online. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a
That's funny.
yeah. And if anyone listening wants some, just hit me up. But drive here. I'm not going to deliver them.
There you go. Um, well, so okay, then my next question then is, what kind of marketing have you done? Do they just kind of sell themselves? Like people walk by the freezer section and see protein chocolate and or protein ice cream, and then they just buy, or
Yeah, a bit of both. I try to go to each store once a month and give out free samples, and we usually sell out of stock in like an hour.
holy cow, that quick?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, it's a cool product.
yeah, it's a cool product, and honestly, like 80% of people I'd say that stop and like get a free sample just buy a box. So it's just like it
That's
just
pretty
depends on how
effective.
busy the store is. Like one
Yeah.
time it took like an hour and 15 minutes because there was just nobody there. But I don't know. I people try it and it's exciting. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that's cool.
And it makes me feel good. And it makes me feel good when I don't go and give free samples and then I find out that they sold out because like people are just seeing it and buying it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even do anything. And it's crazy because marketing is like nobody knows that the product exists. So the fact that it's sold out, like I've been in stores for 2 months now, and the first month both stores sold out 3 times,
Holy cow.
and I just found out that they sold out again, and I'm going to go give free samples this weekend, so we're going to sell out again. And it's just like they keep ordering, and
Yeah.
I need to just talk to them and say, hey, can we order like a lot more so that we can just stop doing this? But you know
Yeah.
yeah, so it'll be good.
Have you talked to any other like food brands about how they do their marketing?
Yeah, yeah. There's an awesome guy who does his own buttermilk syrup. If you've
Okay.
seen it,
What's it
I
called?
can't remember. Butter Country.
Butter
Yeah,
Country.
he sells buttermilk syrup, and they're like national now, so they've built pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just went to him like a few months ago, and I was like, hey, can I hear about how you do your marketing and get people to buy the product once it's in stores? And he's like, sure. Do you want to join my demo team? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. And it was really funny. He totally like offered me a job and like convinced me to take the job. And it was only on Saturdays. So it was like a once a week thing. But I didn't really want a job, but like I kind of just didn't want to say no. Um,
So wait, how long did you
so
work
I
for
worked
him?
for him for like 2 months. But he's in a ton of different stores, and he just has somebody go to each store like once a week. Not every store, but like he rotates through the stores. Gives out free samples, and it's like, I mean, you can like show people food or you can run ads all the time, but it's like if you hand somebody food and they try it and they know it's good, then their chances of buying it once will go up like 1,000,000%, and their chances of buying it a second time, go up from there. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's the most effective way is just get people free samples. And
Were you already doing samples before you met him, or did he kind of give you that idea?
yeah, well, I wasn't in stores before I met him. I was in a couple like little gyms, or I was in one little gym before then. But really, I was just doing farmers markets, and we were selling one bar at a time. And honestly, you just say, "Hey, you want to try this bar? It's this much," and people are like, "Okay, sure." Like I didn't even have to give out free samples because like, "Hey, do you want to buy this? It's a few bucks," and they'd be like, "Okay, sure."
Oh, that's cool.
And we'd sell out every time. So I don't know. It didn't super seem to matter back then.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's cool. So what's your long-term vision then with this? Obviously, you want to get into bigger grocery stores and go around the nation.
Yeah, not every chain, but I want to get it throughout the whole country.
Yeah.
And figure out the right person to make them for me, or get the ability to produce really high, so I can just say, "Yo, Costco, let's chat," and hit up some of the other stores and Smiths and Harmons in this area, and I don't know. I'm excited. There's I think we can get it pretty big, and then I'll just sell it once it's national.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, what's your timeline? Like, when did you want to do that? Like,
I think in the next 2 years we're gonna be like producing enough for sure to be like selling pretty big, and then 5 years is when I want to have it sold.
that's awesome, dude. It's really cool to hear that because I see you all the time at iHub, and so it's cool to hear your story and how you started, and dude, good job. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's really cool. Um, let's go back to iHub a bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Have you met with many of the mentors here?
Yeah.
And what role have they played? How have they helped you?
Yeah. There was a period of time, I'd say earlier on when I was starting off, when I reached out to, I'd say two every day and said, let's find a meeting. And I just went through the directory, and I would always meet with the people that we regularly did. I think I made a lot of really good connections that way. And I also think that I gained just like a very good vision of what I want the business to do and how I want to get there. I'm at a point now where it's like when I have a problem to solve, I just solve it, and I don't necessarily need to go talk to somebody who did it 30 years ago, because
Yeah.
I feel like I've worked with a lot of mentors to gain a very big vision of this is what needs to happen and this is how I need to do it. But as far as day to day goes, it's just a matter of like, I need to work more, and it's less about information now, and it's more about I just need to execute, and like constantly be like making the next thing happen. But sometimes I'll get in the rut of like, oh, I need to like take forever to make this decision or go talk to a million people about it. And it's like, no, I think you just need to like act immediately. So mentors are very helpful, I think, at helping you figure out what needs to happen, but then you just need to go do the thing that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Rather than continually like constantly looking for that, I guess, validation.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, going back to you, right? You decided you want to be an entrepreneur. This is your first idea. Do you have ideas for other businesses after this one?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I'm gonna do a meme business. I'm super
A
excited
meme
about. It's called
business.
waitformilk.com. Imagine this: you could get your milk in like 6 months. Because right now, if you buy milk, like you just bring it home, and you get it instantly, and people are tired of having milk just in their fridge all the time. So you could buy milk now and get it in like a year. Or you're not sure when it's going to show up, but it's going to show up.
Oh, so it's like you place an order and then sometime in the future you're gonna get milk.
Yeah.
Is it fresh still?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, or maybe you'll just get ownership of milk, or we'll send it to your friend as a gift. Hey, this is going to show up at some point in the next year or two.
It's funny. Businesses like that actually like succeed. Like there's a business that I learned about where they sell potatoes
Okay.
with handwritten messages on them. And this kid, I think he went to like some Ivy League school, and he literally it was a joke. He started a company and people started buying it, and he became super successful, and he ended up dropping out of college
That's
to
wild.
make this potato business. Really funny, but it worked.
Yeah.
It's
So
funny.
And realistically, I probably won't do that. But after this is over, I'm gonna have a lot of time to figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll throw in a joke business there, here or there. But I want to figure out something really meaningful to do. And after I've got this one sold and I have, my feet on the ground and I've learned how to start a business and make it happen, I kind of want to just figure out a cause that matters to me. And spend time building something that's going to make a bigger difference.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you have any idea of what causes you'd want to support?
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I recently started working a part-time job on the side, and it's in the jail and prison space and providing like rehabilitation program to help people.
Is that related to like what John Jackson is doing at all? And
Yeah,
Defy Ventures?
actually, yeah. So it was the company he used to work for.
Oh, cool.
So he works at Defy now. He used to work for Hustle 2.0. So he helped me get a job there at his previous organization.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah. So I talked to John. I talked to John like 2 days ago.
That's cool.
But yeah,
I've
it's
I've
really
interviewed
awesome.
him. I just haven't released the episode yet, so
Oh
you guys
really?
can
Oh,
look
he's
forward
awesome.
to
That'll be a good one.
that. Yeah, his episode is amazing.
No,
John
I
is an
bet.
incredible
Yeah,
individual.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's a cool experience to have, and especially, I don't know, to give context. John, he is like, former criminal. Like he was in prisons. He came to iHub not
Yeah,
too long
for
ago.
18 or 19 years.
Yeah, it's like his whole life almost. But then he got out. They had this program that taught him in entrepreneurship, and he became an entrepreneur. And now he's part of Defy Ventures, and they go and help other criminals learn how to be entrepreneurs and turn their lives around.
Yeah, it's cool. They do a lot of good.
That's awesome, man. Well, what is some final last words of advice that you'd give to someone who's looking to start a business?
Just do something literally right now, like get up and go do the thing that's next, like start your LLC or go out in the street and talk to 100 people about the business and see if it's a good idea and if they'll buy it, like literally just if you're thinking about it too much, like stop and go do something right now.
That's some good advice. Well, Alex, where can people go to learn more about you and your company?
That's a good question. Follow us on Instagram. I know that's silly. It's Ice Labs Nutrition. We've got a link to our website. We're actually redesigning our website right now, so don't even look at it. It's probably really ugly.
Is it going to be the same domain though?
There's a new one actually,
one?
so I'll go in and change that. But yeah,
What's the new?
icelabsnutrition.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a fake landing page that you can send us a message on, but but the full website isn't published yet, so you'll just see some random picture of ice cream and it'll say something funny.
Yeah. Well, and then also you could go look in stores.
Yeah.
What stores can you get your product at?
The Pioneer Market in Lehigh, Payson Market. There's a Big Goat Fitness in Pleasant Grove, a little gym there, and then there's another gym up in Salt Lake, the Refinery.
Okay, nice. So wait, what grocery stores are you guys in?
Yeah, the Pioneer Market and the Payson Market.
Okay. I for some reason I thought those were farmers markets.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah, no, and we'll be in plenty of farmers markets and stuff this summer.
Well, cool. Hey, everyone, go check it out. This sounds awesome. I'm gonna get one after this.
Cool. Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining me, Alex.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.